Dormammu, born untold thousands or even millions of years ago in the dimension of the vastly powerful energy entities called the Faltine Dormammu, and his younger twin sister Umar gathered matter to themselves, a practice anathema to their fellow Faltine. After ultimately slaying their parent Sinifer, they were driven from their home dimension by the other Faltine. As the exiled twins explored other dimensions, they continued to gather matter and assimilate it into their beings. In recent years, Mordo, evidently displeased with his progress as Dormammu's servant, sought sacrifices for a mysterious entity, the Great Enigma, Ultron. Ultron was created by the original Ant-Man, Dr. Henry Hank Pym. Dr. Pym also founded the Avengers with his wife, Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, whom Ultron would come to consider a mother. Inspired by his studies of Professor Gregson Gilbert's synthetic being, Dragon Man, Pym began experimenting with artificial intelligence. Ultron's abilities vary with each upgrade but include superhuman strength durability, the power of flight, and various offensive weapons such as concussion blasters, radiation emitters, and his encephalo ray, which plunges its victims into a death-like coma. Loki. Throughout their childhood and into adolescence, Loki became resentful of how differently he and Thor were treated by the general Asgardian citizenry. Valuing great strength, tenacity, and battle bravery above all, the Asgardians clearly favored Thor. Loki's gifts, however, lay in other areas, most notably sorcery. Possessing a natural affinity for commanding great magical forces, he schemed to use his power to destroy Thor and become the most powerful in all of Asgard. Apocalypse. Left abandoned, starved to death as a baby in the harsh, unforgiving desert of ancient Egypt, ruled by Ramatut, a band of nomadic raiders found an infant, gray-skinned and freakish in appearance, abandoned by the settlers of Aqaba. The nomads took the child for their own, giving him the name Ensaba Nur, the first one, and teaching him to be strong in order to survive the desert as a child. Apocalypse spends many years hidden, but awakes from his slumber by the arrival of the mysterious time-traveling mutant Cable. His powers are superhuman strength, nigh invulnerability, flight, teleportatio, celestial energy generation, telepathy, and immortality. Kang. Nathaniel Richards has had various incarnations over the years, and each identity has its own ever-expanding history. Kang briefly returned to the 40th century to continue his conquests of worlds there. He later discovered the dimension of cosmos and its size-changing properties that are tied to Pym particles. He conquered this dimension and enslaved its native cosmosians, forcing them to assist in the creation of his growing men constructs. Once the cosmosians completed their task, Kang hid the growing men in various eras to hide these potent weapons from his enemies. Dr. Doom. With scientific genius, an unquenchable lust for power, and a towering ego, Victor Von Doom has forged himself into one of the world's greatest villains. Born to poor gypsies in the small European nation of Latveria, Victor Von Doom lost his mother to a soldier's anger, and not long after lost his father to a king's revenge. As Dr. Doom, he returned to Latveria, overthrew its monarch, and renamed its capital Doomstadt, while further developing his command of science through robotics, weaponry, and even time travel. Secure in his rulership and with formidable forces at his command, Von Doom set out to conquer the globe, as well as rescue his mother's soul, and prove himself superior to Reed Richards, the only man he'd ever met who might equal his own scientific genius. Thanos. A native of the planet Titan, Thanos saw the danger his people were in from overpopulation and suggested a severe solution: the elimination of half the population at random and without prejudice in order to make life better for the planet as a whole. He was shunned as a madman, but his planet did indeed eventually die, lacking the resources needed to keep up with the demands. Physically, Thanos stands head and shoulders above the average human or humanoid, with powerful muscles, a broad face, and a purple-hued skin tone. He often wears a protective suit of armor, and his strength is such that he has been physically able to battle and defeat the likes of the Hulk. Galactus. Sole survivor of the universe existing before the Big Bang, Galactus is perhaps the most feared being in the cosmos. Untold billions of years ago, he was born the humanoid Galen on the planet Ta, a wondrous paradise of scientific and social achievement. However, his universe was in its final stages, with all matter plunging towards a central point via the Big Crunch, collapsing into a new cosmic egg. With the next Big Bang, the cosmic egg matter exploded outwards, eventually condensing into stars and planets. Galactus threatened to devour the planet Zen-La, but was persuaded by native Norrin Rad to spare it in exchange for becoming a new herald. Galactus transformed Rad into the Silver Surfer, suppressing his morals so that he would lead Galactus to inhabited worlds when necessary. Thank you very much for watching the video so far. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Write your ideas in the comments what the topic of the next video should be. Goodbye to see you in the next video.